actually stopping one of the models. Her name is Jennifer. She was in the front going a few places, but I had to get into this outfit. I had to get into this makeup. So tell me tonight, like, what is this? I love it, but I want to know who is this and what is this?
This would be a butterfly.
A butterfly. Okay, I'm getting into it. All right. Oh, let me see the back of that. I like that. Wow, okay, look at that effect, honey. What salon is this?
This would be Salon Couture Lacey.
Salon Couture Lacey. So where is Salon Couture located?
It's off of
Marlboro Pike in Forestville, Maryland. Okay, awesome. And I'm getting into the outfit. I believe this must be the designer Julian Bonet. Okay, that's awesome. So how do you feel about the whole look that you're going through tonight?
I love it. It's beautiful.
It is. It's high fashion at its best. All right, so you heard that first. This is Salon Couture with the butterfly effect. You guys got to get into it. Creativity is booming throughout the building. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
You're very welcome.
All right now. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going Okay, so this might even be a part 2 to this. Okay, so let me just go ahead and explain to you about these tacky, late, perfunctory producers that put this show on. Like, ooh, baby, let me tell you what happened, right? So we get into this event, this mess, and the people at the front door, respectful, nice. We walked in with ECTV, Emore'J Couture TV, and we told them our little spill, what we're there to do, what we're there to cover. They gave us our bands, great, fine. We went downstairs on the elevator, and we get to the front. I'm trying to go backstage. So the young lady stops me. Okay, she's doing her job. So when she stops me, hi, who you all with? What do you all do? So I give her that spill. She doesn't seem convinced at all. Who knows? Maybe she doesn't watch the show. So she goes to get the producer. Okay. Ooh, yes, God. So she gets the producer. So the producer comes back and she comes to us with another lady. Her name was Nicole. And so she gets there. The first thing she says to us, it wasn't a hello, how are you, or who you all from, or what are you all here to do, or who you all here to cover, or what network are you all from. None of that. None of that at all. The first thing this tackety yakety broad said out of her mouth was, did they pay? Did they pay? That should not be the first thing that someone says when they're clearly there from media and press. Yes, we had those tacky bands on our hands, not even passes, but yakety wrist bracelets, the ones you gotta stab on, those there. I mean, that was very tacky on your behalf. And so then I'm like, okay, maybe she just doesn't know. Maybe she's a little bit clueless to that. So then we go on with the story. So I'm like, okay, did we pay? Well, I'm actually here to cover your show and to talk about pretty much to interview some of the designers, some of the models, some of the hairstylists, to understand their concepts and just to get them in their total element of the whole actual show. How long y'all gonna be? Ooh. She did it again. She don't even know how much a further hole Nicole and Lavita is digging themselves into. So I'm like, ooh, this must be their first time up the bat. So I'm like, okay, well, we're just here to cover a few pieces. I'm not even here to stay long, but could you wait after the show? Ooh. She did it again. So could we wait till after the show? I won't be here that long. I actually have another show to cover, the DMV Awards. I'm actually covering their show. I won't be able to stay that long. I'm just here to grab some quick blurbs, some quick stories, and some quick plug-ins. You know, some quick little, some plugs for my show and for yours. So she's like, okay, well, what you want us to do? You want to bring the models out here because we really don't want nobody to be backstage, whatever. Okay, if you wanted to do that, then that's absolutely fine, but I'm here to capture them in their true elements. I don't want to have to drag them away from work, which means they're going to slow the show down because they're out here doing an interview with me rather than me catching them on the scene. So what's happening? What's going on right now? What are you guys doing right now? How do you all feel? You understand what I'm saying? Clearly, this show was clearly about making a quick dollar. That should not be the first thing that you say out of your mouth. When somebody is from media, is there to cover your show, you don't say something like that, dummy. The first thing you should say is, hi, hello, how are you, and what are you here to do? And then let's talk about your show. Your production from this show, ooh, maybe that's the final conclusion. Let me just go ahead and get to that. Girl, I'm at this event. Child, First of all, let me just tell you about the full blatant disrespect, right? If you're going to be a producer and then you have media and press coming back, I'm going to call you back because I want to talk to you. We're still in DC, so we're not even going to go ahead and clock that T because that T's already been clocked on his own. Ghetto. So let me just tell you that. Oh, you see, so y'all experiencing at first hand, baby. This is a production, this is a hotel, sweetie, and you're giving all of that. But anyway, on to topic. First of all, how are you going to be a producer and invite me out to your event? As a matter of fact, not even invite me out. Media and press shows up, which is me, and then you have the nerve to say, once I get inside of the event and you see my pass, oh, did you pay? Did I pay? Did I pay for this? Are you crazy? Look at this.
I'm so proud of them.
Yeah.
So proud.
Salon turn their head.
Salon Couture.
No, Salon Couture did good too. But
So
turn
who
their
you
head.
represent?
Turn their heads, love. My sister worked there. And they
Turning heads. THC, right?
turn their heads.
Turning heads. Y'all heard it here first. Turning heads.
They had the metallic silver and black on.
Yes, exquisite, right?
Yes, and the Bama turned and dropped it like it was nothing but the truth.
Well, you heard it here first. That was Turning Heads Salon. And the door is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm gonna do this when I get home because it's too much. Bye. Jamal Harris. So exquisite models are gonna rock the house tonight. What salon are you representing? Turning Heads. Turning Heads Salon. So we gotta look out for exquisite models on the show. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the best footage. We're gonna actually check out the show side of things because we've already seen the backstage view. Now it's time to check out the live view. Let's get into this. Okay. The production point standing of this show was a hot, total, garbage, desanctified, sleazy mess. This show was disgusting. This show left a bitter taste in my mouth. And it wasn't even the models. It wasn't. It was the producers with their perfunctory attitude. It was the producers with their non-lack of enthusiasm. It was their money-hungry attitude. It was their every dollar counts in here kind of attitude. And if that's even the reason you're doing a show, then that's sad. Because you have these young models here that are trying their best to put together a presentation to show to an audience that they have talent, and everything that you're doing with your show is about $1. Because honestly, you put no money into your production. What you did, sweetie, was pay for that venue and that open cash bar, and that was all. That was all. You didn't pay for lights because the lighting was whack. You didn't even pay for a daggone. That stage, honey, was late and shot. How dare those models walk on that stage? That gray runway, that broken down tee, that wood runway with holes in the runway. Baby, if I had my camera, I would have been there getting every detail of those crooks and nannies on that runway. It was a hot mess. And if you're doing it just for the $1, don't do it again because the show was a mess. So your grade for this, you don't even get a grade, baby. You get a, ooh, I'm about to cuss. You get an incomplete. You get an I. An I, because the show was late. Next time you do a show, know how to word, know how to speak, know how to talk to people, because that's what really counts. The show was a hot mess because the producers were a hot mess. That's why the show was a mess. Get into it. Exactly. And incomplete. Not even an F. Not even an F, because you didn't even have any effort. Exactly. Next.